Hey everybody, Ed Homewood. I hope everyone's doing well today and welcome back to the channel. This one's a weird one. We're going to talk about the SVS SB-5000R Evolution giant monster subwoofer. So big I can't get it in the picture, and there's no way I can lift it up to put it on a stand so you can actually see it. So I'll be in certain pictures there. Anyway, please do me a favor, sit back, relax, and we'll get going on this review. So again, the SB-5000R Evolution. This is a $2,100 monster subwoofer from SVS. I'll put specs up here, but the highlights are frequency response of 17 Hertz to 280 plus or minus 3 dB, 15-inch monster woofer, and I'll insert pictures as I said, but a 2,000 watt, 5,000 peak watt dual mono Class D amplifier. With all MOSFET outputs. It's really remarkable, and it's got a really cool app to it. So the SB-5000, I'll put pictures over here of it because it's just giant and I can't lift it up. It is a 15-inch sealed box, high excursion subwoofer. It is a monster. It uses a big dual voice coil, 15-inch front firing woofer in a sealed enclosure. Each voice coil is 3 inches in diameter. So dual voice coil means that the one speaker can do a stereo signal. Obviously left channel goes to one voice coil, right channel goes to the other. Now for amplification, it uses a dual monoblock Class D amplifier rated at 2,000 watts total or 5,000 watts peak. This thing moves air like you wouldn't believe. Now, it does have DSP. It does have a wonderful app. We're going to talk about all that stuff. It's a powerful 295 megahertz DSP, analog devices DSP system. So that can handle with room tuning and obviously thermal and power monitoring of the amplifier. There's a lot of flexibility through the amp, and we're going to talk about it. It uses a big monster switch mode power supply, which on a subwoofer and a Class D amplifier really doesn't make any difference whatsoever. Its frequency response is all the way down to 17 Hertz, and you can cross over in a variety of different ways. You've got phase control, tons of stuff. Inputs and outputs, the cool thing, you may remember when I was showing the Electrocompagnie AW300M monoblocks, that this has balanced input. So I was running a link out of the balanced output of the monoblocks into this to run the subwoofer. And it also has unbalanced RCA as well. It's got 12 volt trigger. It's got an IR input if you need to put it. You don't want to have an IR remote control for it. And there's a USB-A jack. We'll look at the back in a minute, and I'll insert pictures of it because I'm not moving this thing. You know, for updates and powering accessories and things like that. Cabinet is solid, is not solid, but it is very thick, very heavy duty MDF with tons of internal bracing. Just everything you need to keep this thing quiet while it's making all its bass. And it's got a nice little display on the back. So let's do this. Why don't we take a moment and talk about the app and the control features of it. Well, I think one of the most compelling features of the SVS line of subwoofers and the SB-5000R Evolution in particular is the app. It is extraordinarily powerful, and it is so, I mean, it makes living with your subwoofer and adjust it so easy. Right now, my subwoofer is 30 years old, so everything is manual. I got to get up out of the chair, make an adjustment, go back and sit down. Did I hear a difference? Get up, make an adjustment, go back and sit down. Did I hear a difference? I feel like a ping pong ball. Sometimes I can talk my wife into coming down and give me a hand, and it's like, hun, can you turn that knob? No, go the other way. Yes, go this way, go that. You know, obviously it gets to be a real pain in the neck for her. And am I getting all the adjustments? Is it exactly where I want it to be? You know what, at some point I wind up settling for a setting. With the SVS app, I can sit in the chair and I can adjust everything from there, and I can hear it in real time, literally instantaneously. So I can do real-time volume level adjustment. I can adjust the low pass filter, as you can see, and I'll insert pictures of the app over here. So I can adjust the crossover point, the low pass filter. I can adjust phase, and I can do that in 1 degree increments. Now, between the phase, polarity switching, and room gain compensation, that can take care of issues depending on where your subwoofer lives in the room and where you're sitting in relationship to it. The phase control makes sure that you can keep everything, all your speakers in phase, so you get the maximum amount of bass, and you can adjust the levels. You can do, it helps flatten out and, you know, kind of reduce nulls, and it just can tighten the bass up a lot so you're not getting boominess. You know, a lot of rooms have bass issues. these different adjustments can really help a great deal in ameliorating all of those issues. You also have 6 parametric EQs for fine-tuning stuff. So you can dial in the room, you know, for your particular quirk or your particular content, because you can do, it's got memory presets. You can do movies, music, nighttime, all different sorts of things. And you can make those you can switch those settings instantly from your chair and hear them real time. That is so important. Again, it just makes living with it and adjusting it and getting it to sound the way you want to the best. It's easy peasy. Also has power management features. So if it doesn't detect the signal after a little while, it will shut itself down. I think the industry pretty much agrees, the SVS app is one of the most powerful and compelling subwoofer control apps in the marketplace, period. It's intuitive and it just works. Well, I am going to suggest some music tracks for this particular review, and they all live on my Old Guy Hi-Fi Test Tracks Volume 2 playlist. And so I'm going to give you the track, and I'm going to tell you what you should be listening for. So the first track is When the Levee Breaks from Led Zeppelin. Now, the kick drum on this should be huge and reverberant. You can use it to tune the gain and low-pass filter so the bass feels powerful, but not fat, overblown, or tubby. The next track is Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix, and there's a deep wah-wah and bass guitar weight in the background of this particular track behind the lead guitar. Try adjusting a parametric EQ to enhance or tame that track for clarity purposes. The next track, because I'm a prog rock kid, is from Yes, and it's Roundabout. And the bass line and acoustic guitars have a very intricate low-end content. It's great for judging a sub's definition and texture, especially for music. Then one of the all-time best, obviously Money from Pink Floyd. This iconic bass riff, you know, Roger Waters' bass, is perfect for phase alignment and ensuring punch without any overhang. Now another one, and this is an odd one, you wouldn't think of this, but it is While My Guitar Gently Weeps by the Beatles. Deep bass from the rhythm guitars and lower harmonics in the mix make this an ideal track for checking sub extension and smoothness. It should sound very detailed, very smooth, very natural. Well, one of the key things for me in testing and listening to the SB-5000s was how it integrated with the speakers I wanted to pair it up with. And I'll tell you what, the app makes it really simple. It gives you so much adjustment that it's quite easy to do. So I tried it with some stand mount speakers, the Opera Primas, the Creative Sound Solutions 1TDX. I tried it with my LRS Plus speakers. I tried it with both pair of the Maggies, the 2.7Is and 2.7Xs. I did try it with the IsoAcoustics 5050s, which I just got in recently. Now, I didn't do it with the Martin Logans because the Martin Logans have a subwoofer built in, and trying to get them to integrate properly without it being too boomy and too much energy in the bass, just I didn't feel was really worth the effort to do. So the Martin Logans stand on their own. This thing, however, was super easy to get integrated. Again, I can sit in my easy chair, pull up the app, boom, 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 make whatever adjustments I want to, and it was easy. It made it really simple. And again, I'm not a home theater guy, so just even for 2-channel setup, it was really simple. So when you listen to tracks like Baba O'Reilly from The Who, that's one that I listened to, classic rock, but I didn't include in the listening guide. The sub, you know, it enhances the sound of Entwistle's guitar, bass guitar. He was an amazing bass player. He played bass like no one else. And that texture and tone and his adroitness, his finger work on the bass guitar came through clearly, but with good low-end depth and weight and just the right kind of texture and right kind of feel. This just made, you know, whatever speaker I paired it with the app, I could get it adjusted properly. And it was just so satisfying to listen to. I really, really enjoyed my time with it. So the SVS, I gotta show you this thing, SB-5000R Evolution. What a beast of a subwoofer. This thing is amazing. The app and the control it gives you and the ability to adjust it to your particular taste, your particular room, your particular main speakers and or home theater surround system, it's remarkable. It does what you want it to do, and you can get it to sound exactly the way you want it to, really simply. And then if you want to change it up, you can do it anytime you want to. That, I think, is really, really key. I do believe that almost all systems can benefit from a subwoofer of some sort. And if you're looking for a monster sound and you like to play your music loud and you like to do your home theater movies loud and with impact and authority, this is a great choice for that. I know at $2,100 it's not inexpensive, but you are getting your money's worth in the build quality alone. the amount of detail and engineering that goes into this, and then that app is just, it makes it so much easier. It is flexible, it's easy, it's simple, make it sound the way you want to, change it if you want to, go back to the way you had it before. Whatever you want to do, you can do with it, and it just adds so much joy and so much just visceral pleasure to listening to movies and music. I highly recommend it and think it's well worth considering when you're putting together a system, whether it's home channel or whether it's home theater, or 2-channel. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you'd consider giving me your like and your subscription. That would be very helpful. Your subscriber count does help when manufacturers like SVS look at my channel and say, you know, you're growing pretty good there, old guy Hi-Fi. Yeah, we'll send you some fun stuff to play with. And then that's great stuff because we can bring it in, we can talk about it, we can learn about it together and have some fun with it. So please consider subscribing. Please consider ringing the bell so you get notified the next time I put out a video. I would like to take a moment and thank my current channel members and subscribers. Your support is immeasurably valued. Thank you so very much. There will be a link to the SVS website for more information on this should you want some. I don't have an affiliation relationship with them, and that's fine. There will be a link for Tidal, Qobuz, and Spotify for the Old Guy Hi-Fi Test Tracks Volume 2 for the tracks I use for this. There will also be a link, and that'll be in the video description. There will be a link in the pinned comment and in the video description if you'd like to join the channel. There are some additional affiliate links in the video description as well. There's a link to the Community Post playlist. Comment, let me know your thoughts. What do you think about subwoofers? What do you think about SVS? I think any system can benefit from a subwoofer, no matter how full range your speakers are. And there's only a handful of exceptions where that might not be true. But anyway, I think most systems can benefit from a good subwoofer, and this is a really good one. So anyway, please like, please subscribe, please comment. Follow me on Instagram if you want to. My name is Ed Holmwood. This is the Old Guy Hi-Fi channel. And now, please, find some time today to put on your favorite music. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. Thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it. I really hope you have a wonderful day.